Hello and welcome to episode 12 of the Perfect Genetics Challenge. This is Carrots here, of course. At the end of the last episode, we finished off just before she was ready to give birth to baby number 2. And to send her to the hospital, and then we'll have to wait and see what she has. Don seems to be a bit excited about it. He's so excited that he completely forgot to go with her to the hospital, so she's heading off on her own in a taxi. At least she's not riding a bike. I'm sure Don will turn up eventually. This world is Moonlight Falls. It came with Supernatural expansion pack. And she's arrived at the hospital. She's going to get to know this place quite well if we send her there for every birth. And now we wait. Don's on his way. Looks like, I thought he's riding his bike. Took him ages to get here. But he has arrived. I wonder what colour skin this baby will have. The first one took after his daddy and he had green skin and green hair. I've given Olivia blue skin to go with her pink and purple hair. Or it's mostly pink and purple. There's a bit of blue and blonde in it as well. So there's the babysitter at the front chatting to the newspaper delivery child. Well, little Gary is inside. He's on his own. Guess he's okay. Back to the hospital. It's a nice little garden at the back of the hospital. And Olivia will emerge with the baby from the front door. Congratulations, it's a baby boy. And let's name him James. Now, although he was born in a situation where we could choose our own traits, I had to randomise them because of the challenge, and he got neurotic and grumpy. So that's going to be interesting. Let's see, when he gets home, we'll have a look at the actual colour of his skin. And then when we age him up, we'll see what colour his hair is, because the hair and the eyes are what are important for the heir. Olivia's got that multicoloured hair and her eyes are pinkish purple, so that's what the heir has to have. And I've noticed a newborn baby's eyes do change colour when they age up to toddler, so we'd need to have him aged up to toddler to actually tell if he is the heir or not. But I'm thinking that it looks like his skin might be the same as his mother's skin. I think he might have her blue skin. It's a very pale blue, but it's still blue. That baby's skin is the same colour as his mother's, because when I saw her with little Gary, it was obvious that Gary's skin was green against her. So that little boy has got his mother's skin. Now we're going to have to age him up to toddler to find out if he's got her hair and eye colour, because the skin colour doesn't matter. Looks like Don's hungry. He must have run off to the hospital before he had his breakfast. I wonder where little Gary is. Be somewhere with the babysitter. But that's baby James. I would have preferred if he'd got traits other than neurotic and grumpy, but you never know, that might make him a very interesting sim to have in the game, because I've never put neurotic and grumpy together with a single sim before, so that makes him a little different from my usual sims. I know I went through a phase at one point where every sim I had was friendly, or friendly and brave, but he's neither. He's neurotic and grumpy. So there's baby Gary. He was hungry. And you can see, looking at him, he's definitely got green skin. So, not that the skin matters. I'm planning on future generations to have all different coloured skins and hair for all the different spouses, so that we should end up with some really rainbow coloured babies by the 10th generation. And I got surprised here because Olivia is the one who went to work, and Don is the one who stayed home to take care of the babies. But when she got home from work, it was time to age up baby James. And we'll find out now if he is the heir or not. For him to be the heir, he's got to have exactly the same colour hair as Olivia, and he's also got to have the same eyes as Olivia. And we'll be able to see that as soon as he turns into a toddler. Then we'll know if she needs to have another baby or not. It doesn't matter where I put things, there's always something is placed in the way when I want to focus on something specific. Happy birthday, baby toddler boy. Looks like he did not get his mother's hair colour. His hair looks very dark to me. And I don't know where he inherited that from. That must be a random happening, because neither of his parents have got black hair or dark brown hair. But he is gorgeous. There he is. One thing about when they grow up from being a baby to a toddler is the parents get to eat all the cake. Unless, of course, there's older siblings there that want to share some. They can live on that cake for a few days, which is useful when they're poor. So there's a ghost eating at their table. It's eating their food too. It's not even ghostly food. It's food that they've prepared and paid for themselves. This is what happens when you get a ghost gnome in the house. A gnome of the darned. At least that ghost appears to be cleaning up after himself. Olivia knows it's her duty to have babies until she gets an heir. So she's going to get Don to help her again. She's having trouble getting Don's attention, isn't she? He's too busy with the babies. And all she wants is another one. I just hope he hasn't taken baby James down to the puddle. I didn't notice James having a wish for a puddle, to play in a puddle. So he's a try for baby. It doesn't seem to have worked. There were no chimes, but maybe sometimes the chimes don't happen, so we'll just have to wait and see. I don't particularly feel like having them do it over and over and over again until I do hear chimes. I've tried that before and never heard the chimes, and then suddenly she has a baby. They've got a couple of toddlers there already who need some serious training. They've got to learn all of their toddler skills yet and read the toddler books, while she's having more and more babies all of the time. And making more and more toddlers, of course. When you have more babies, there's more toddlers. Until she finally gets an heir, however long that's going to take, I don't know. I suppose they're going to have to keep trying for baby until they do eventually get one. Otherwise, we'll be here forever having hundreds of episodes without any success. So what was... She is pregnant! Oh my goodness! How did that happen? Oh, you don't always hear the chimes. Well, that's the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time while baby James is playing in the puddle.